Hi, everybody. 20 minutes, it was okay. Well, actually 13. When BG went out, it was like, are you kidding me? It's been our season really all season long this year. Obviously, starting with Taurasi, when your best player's not going to play. You have a lot of injuries at the start, and it was just, one thing went to the next. But look, full credit to Chicago though. This team's really good, and obviously what James had said, they just got so many points of attack. It's hard. Obviously my team really doesn't have that, especially you take BG out. Kind of took a real bigger point of attack for us. But look, obviously the better team won tonight, and I think they can do a lot of damage going forward.
Do you have an update on Brittney and what happened with her and her knee?
Yeah, she went to set a screen, and I believe Quigley ran into her, and it just moved her kneecap. Obviously she tried to come back because that's how much of a leader she is and how determined she was, but she just wasn't. She couldn't run, couldn't jump, and we don't want to risk further injury, but it's not ACL. But she has, something's going on there. It's quite painful. So, it's very unfortunate. BG's had a fantastic season. She continues to get better and better, and obviously without her tonight, we knew it was, it's going to be a tough last 20.
Coach, I saw after the game you and James Wade hugged, and then again here, you obviously have a good, close relationship with him. Can you talk a little bit about that and, what it means to you to see him win Coach of the Year?
Yeah, look, James, I've known James for a very long time. From San Antonio days, I coached his wife, Edwidge Lawson Wade. And so our families got to know each other really, really well. And just, James and Edwidge, just great people. And we've been friends for such a long time. And James he took my spot in Russia as the assistant coach. My husband brought him along. And then he got this opportunity to be the Chicago head coach. And I couldn't be prouder because it couldn't happen to just such a great guy, a really good coach, obviously. And he's got those girls buying in and playing fantastic basketball. So I think, obviously, I'm very happy that he got that award because he deserves it.
Coach, in that second quarter, when you were able to keep the lead close after Brittney went down, was there anything that you saw that your team was able to do to kind of just keep the game close, keep Chicago on their heels?
Well, we played with a little bit more tempo. You take BG out, obviously we could speed it up a little bit. We had a little bit more aggressive attack. We made some shots. That helps. But look, in the second half, and I kept saying in the off-season to James, I said, DeShields, she's going to be pretty special for you. And, she certainly has. And, her speed is amazing. And we just couldn't contain her. I think she had 20 points in transition. Amazing player. But, look, it doesn't they just complement each other. When you got one of the best point guards, Vandersloot, and, I think her and Chelsea Gray right up there as the best, just controlling everything. And, we tried to do different things. It didn't really matter. They just handled it and just got wide open looks for their players. But, Quigley, they're all different. And then their post players. Endor, getting the opportunities that she had now that, with the injury to Lavender, it's made them a better team.
With DeShields, I know you kind of already talked about her in transition and how fast and athletic she is. She made this jump from, the all-rookie team to all-star this season. What do you think is her potential in this league? Wow.
I keep saying Brittney's the ceiling. She's got such a high ceiling. I think the same about Diamond, but, I think she's a pretty good defensive player too when she gets locked in. She has to guard really good players as well. But her ability to get to the rim, and it's just so smooth. It looks effortless. It's amazing. And then just her improved three-point shooting, how she can just raise up and just do that. I suppose she keeps nailing that mid-range. She's going to be really, really hard to guard, especially when you've got Vandersloot and Quigley around you and the post players that set in those great screens. But credit to her. So, it's transition and one-on-one. Imagine, they put her in different situations, but... she's been very impressive, but she's just going to get better and better. She'll be one of the best players, probably play the game when she walks away from this career.
Coach, two questions. One is, as a coach who has been able to coach one of the best, or probably the best player in WNBA history and point guard, in Diana Taurasi, how would you compare Courtney Vandersloot to a player like Diana and the best point guards in the history of the league? And then second question, what does it say about your team that you guys still managed to get to the playoffs without Diana Taurasi pretty much all season?
Yeah. Look, number one, and I've always said this and I still believe it wholeheartedly, Diana Taurasi is the greatest player of all time. She is. And there's been a lot of good players, and I don't want to disrespect them, but she is, because she has that will to win. And that's what we missed this year. We had the leadership. And we know she can score. She's the greatest scorer of all time in WNBA. But it's her court vision. It's her leadership. She's seen her will to win in those situations, having a closer in the game that knows how to win big games. She's a coach out on the court. So, obviously she was sorely missed this year, just because she is a 6-foot guard as well. So, that was hard for us. And we had so many people in and out and changing, and they're injured, they come back, we're suspended, and it was hard to get any kind of real rhythm for our team this year. And but still a credit that we were able to fight and just make it to the playoffs. But I'm still not satisfied. I just thought we could have done better in certain areas where we just didn't get our chemistry where it needed to be. But in regard to Courtney, a little different player because of the size, but Courtney is to Chicago what Diana is to Phoenix. She's the head of the team. She controls it out there. The ball's in her hands. She knows who to get going. Where's the mismatch? Knows what right plays to run. She's just very crafty, if you have to say a word for her. The way you think that she's not as fast as she is, but she's super fast. Her first, I can just watch Vonnie, who's pretty, Yvonne Turner, trying to guard her in transition, and she just blew by her. And Vonnie's pretty quick. So it's great for Courtney to play like she is now. We all knew she was capable of it, but I think she has a lot of confidence now in her ability. She's pretty special. Now, I think she's up there as probably, one of the really good point guards of all time, but, Diana's still going to take that number one, unfortunately. Thank you.